And that's tough, man. If people think
crazy.
university is tough, that's a whole new monster that you're dealing with. Look, and that's not even IBD. If you're going to go IBD, you're looking at some guys have their pillows and duvets in the office, man. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's not for me, man. It is not for me.
Neither. You know, I've been looking at the charity sector a lot.
Okay.
I'm trying to look at, because I guess to quickly summarize, the business idea that I had that I was creating the fintech and that I left with and started creating a plan for is actually a charity. All the funds for the business will be put into the charitable projects that the charity will be fighting for and stuff. So obviously I've started to look in the charity sector and industry. You know what's crazy is that that's actually even more competitive apparently than a lot of other industries. I never thought it would be as well. Yeah, I was on the phone with a recruiter a couple of weeks ago, and really nice lady, we're talking and stuff. And she just halfway through just said, it sounds amazing because you're creating a charity and doing this and you could be of such value to these other charities, but I'll let you know right now, this is so competitive. And I was just so taken back. I asked her why and stuff, and it made sense obviously because these charities, they don't have a lot of money to spend. So the money that they will spend on an employee, they have to get the right one. And there's actually a lot of people that want to work for charities out there that are coming from these industries and stuff. But then it just made me realize I didn't even know that the charity sector is also just as competitive and has really cool jobs, but it just makes me think, how many other sectors do we not know about? How many other industries do I not know about? Because I've only really learned about the tech industry and the banking industry and select industries just because of my degree.
Yeah, no, it's very true, man. Like, it's a big wide world out there.
Big world, huge world out there. I mean, yeah.
It's nuts. Even for me, like, I'm by no means a specialist or anything, but I've done a bit of research. I was curious about like Spotify, all these random companies. And it's like, to be fair, it should have been obvious. Like, it's quite an intuitive thing. Like, every company needs to have a finance team or a business team. But it's like, I didn't know that.
You're making a great point because I thought the exact same thing when I started thinking about it. How was you thinking? You know what's crazy? I think it was maybe just in the first month of being at the fintech. Obviously, I speak to people and you hear where they're from and you hear their background and you hear stories, and you realize that actually you getting a job is working for the businesses that serve you in all the different ways. That includes Spotify, that includes Hotmail, that includes Instagram, that includes all these different companies that you're just thinking, like you said, I didn't realize that you need something like this. I didn't know that there's a job here. And can you imagine how cool that would be working for Netflix? Working on Netflix and you're doing these things. And that was the other thing, by the way, when I left the fintech, I had it in my head where one of the things I felt was that I really want to work on something that, my guys, my friends and all these people can actually use and benefit from, whether that's Netflix, whether that's Instagram, or whether that's some, I don't know, a rucksack company that people, just something that's on the ground rather than these. When I was working at the fintech, these guys are working with the back end of payment system and like we handle 60% of payroll and stuff. And I was just thinking that's really cool, but no one even knows that and gives a shit. Like it just gets done. And we're working with clients that no one has heard of. The only client that anyone heard of was Starling Bank, and Monzo for a little bit, but you just it's like your work, you're not getting that value of, wow, like I've just seen someone interact with something that I've contributed towards, even if it's just something really small. Whereas if you're looking at Spotify, that'd be insane to work there. That'd be so much fun. You would derive so much value from just knowing that you're working on something that you use, everybody uses, you can see your value. Yeah, man, there's so many jobs out there. So much work.
Yeah. And like, I implore anyone listening, it's like, because Spotify is one that I actually did a bit of research on myself. Bam. Because the thing is, when you think about it, it's like, it's just it's an app, innit? But they've got a whole business team, they've got a talent acquisition team, they've got artists, creators and stuff. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
So many roles.
Yeah. You know what's insane as well? Some of these companies, they have like, what's known as innovation teams. That genuinely are they're just creative. Your job is just to be imaginative, just to take problems and solve things, and you're not necessarily typing up, you're not writing up. It's just to be creative and just be with people, hear their problems and stuff. I remember one guy, and to be fair, the fintech had this, but it was in the US, and it was a very small team. They didn't invest. They weren't overly quote unquote innovative company. They just said they were. Um, and I'll put the evidence out there. What they would do is they would just ask the client, what do you need? We can make it the cheapest and quickest. Let's do it quickly. and then sometimes they'd say like, oh, we thought to add this, by the way, and maybe that'd be a good thing. But this chief innovation officer came in to the Thiel offices. I was in this business park, brand new. It was with all the other fintechs and all these guys. And he walks in, and obviously, you might go up and ask him and stuff, what do you do and what's your day-to-day like and stuff. And he was just saying how, yeah, he's got a lot of responsibilities, but a lot of the time it's actually just getting on the ground and speaking with people and just welcoming new ideas, and also trying to think about how can we just propel this place to a different direction. And when you talk about Spotify having those teams, that's exactly what they're doing. They're literally thinking about how to just create something out of nothing. And I think that's a job that a lot of people would find fun. It's just not in your face when you're leaving uni or you're in uni. You don't look up graduate jobs and you see something at Spotify. The most you'll see is something at Amazon or something like that. And yeah, just exactly like you said, man. I'd hope that so many people, as they go through their experiences over the next years, they look more. You know, they don't just settle for what someone has just told them that they can go into.
We hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want more content, be sure to check out our full episodes either here on YouTube or down below through the link in the description to find podcasts wherever you typically find your podcasts. Alternatively, in the meantime, you can follow us on social media to stay up to date between episodes. Either way, I'm happy you guys were here to join us today. I hope you enjoyed the clip. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.